Welcome back, everyone. Today we are doing G.I. Joe Classified number 167, Monkey Wrench. Welcome to the Cobra Report. Just a reminder to please like and subscribe to my channel for more G.I. Joe Classified content. All right, guys, let's dig in. This is him. You can take a look at the box and the figure over here in the corner. You're going to be rotating around so you can get a look at it. I'm going to talk about it. We're going to highlight some things. Let's open them up. I don't got some decent box art on the back here. Taking them out. We're just going to toss that to the side. Here he is of all of his load ups. Let's get him out of the box. So it's not held on, which is pretty good. I hate when you have to snip it. It's a pain in the butt. Like, where's the guy going? He's wrapped in a box. Got this alternate head sculpt. Does come with a couple extra. It comes with one extra hand, not two, but only one. That's kind of weird. Usually they've got at least two extra hands. It's got this bandana. It's got these sunglasses, which are nice. It's got his harpoon gun. I like, it comes with the retro style revolver, which is really kind of a nice touch. This is, when you look at this dude, you think retro style revolver. It's got a couple fire axes here. Does come with two of these. Oh, he does come with two hands, I'm sorry. So there are two hands. The other one was just a little bit hard to find. Got tape stuck on me now. Take that one out of there. We did drop one of them. All right, so here we go. He's out of the box. So he's got two axes. These are the exact same axe. Not sure why they really needed to give him two. I guess so he can hold them in both hands. He's got his revolver, his harpoon gun. He's got removable sunglasses. He's got this weird mask thing. They don't really explain what this mask is for. It's bizarre. It's got the two different colored eyes. It's almost like, you know, the old 3D glasses you used to wear when you were a kid. Now Monkey Wrench is an explosives expert, so maybe this is just, you know, covering from the blast. I don't know. We'll get into that a little bit more. A little bandana which goes on over his face too, and like I said, a couple little new hands, which is nice. So first off, here you go. This leg is a little loose right here. Swivels pretty good. This is one of the more loose figures that I've had. His arms are pretty loose too. I know a lot of people had that problem with Firefly. I was not one of them. Mine was pretty good, but it is, I mean, look at this, barely touching them and they're just moving. So this character is very loose compared to a lot of the other ones, usually pretty tight. Bend them at the waist here. Yeah, nice loose joints. So I mean, that's good and bad. I mean, like I've said in previous videos, you know, they make these for collectors, but a lot of us have younger kids that are the age that want to start playing with these. And sometimes they're just a little too tight for kids. So you got to loosen them up a little bit. This one does not need to be loosened at all. This is a very loose figure, which does make me question his durability. Is he going to hold up over time? Does bend well. Got the elbow joint. This one is, okay, this one's a little tight. This one is not bending at all. So yeah, that one's really tight. Let's see if I can get it to bend here. Okay, there we go. So that one bends too. This one was nice and easy. This one bends real simple. The swivel here on the bicep a little bit as well, which is nice. So there are just tons of articulation on this guy. So, all right, let's get into the actual figure himself. So you do remove his head or his hair piece to get the mask on. You can also take this bandana off too. So I'm gonna take that off right now, which is cool. The necklace is also removable, so you can take that off too if you wanted. Just kind of cool. Put him on with his mask right here. Here he is with the mask on. I don't get the point of the mask. I don't really like him. It doesn't really have anything to do with this character. I've said this again in previous ones. Give us stands. Do we need two axes? Or would it be nicer if he had a stand? Now, most of these guys do stand up pretty well on their own. Like, I didn't do anything at all, and he's standing up. That's pretty good. But it would still be nice to have a stand, because then I could have him in an action pose or something, and I don't have to worry about him falling down. Although, again, he's standing up pretty well, so that's pretty good. But it would be nicer if they had stands. So instead of this mask that they don't really explain its purpose for. It would be nice if I had a display stand for him instead. So you get a couple different looks with this guy, which is really nice. So here he is without the bandana. Here's just his face right here. He does have the sunglasses, or these aren't even sunglasses, these are just regular glasses. Kind of hard to get on when he's got the hair, so this is interesting. Yeah, they don't really fit. So the glasses, all right, almost got it on. There we go. Okay, so they do fit. You just got to kind of squeeze them under the hair, which actually works out well. They do not come off. I'm shaking him. Glasses are on nice. They're firm under the hair, which is really nice because some of the other Dreadnoks, the glasses pop right off. I've already lost them a couple times. I found them on the floor like weeks later. I'm like, oh, finally, there it is. This stays on really well, so that's good. I like to see that. That's nice. Let's got another look here. So they've got the bandana that goes over his face, which is cool. I actually like this a lot. You do it. This is the kind of guy that probably would be walking around trying to obscuring his identity a little bit. This makes more sense to me than the mask does that it came with. Again, don't really understand the point of the mask. I think they were just bored and came up with some goofy mask. This is really hard to get on. I'm having a tough time getting it around his head. They even put it in place. I can't even get it on. So his head is so loose, I'm gonna have to just pull his head off before I can get this on. So we're gonna have to pull his head off. There's the necklace, comes right off. So this is a bit of an issue. You make a piece for him, but the piece doesn't fit the character. So that's not good. I cannot even get this to move. So we have to cut this video short a bit while they pull this thing off of there. All right, so 2 minutes later, I got his mask on. So I got his, here he is, he's got the mask on, he's got the glasses, he's got the hair. Now with the glasses on, the hair does kind of sit up a little bit higher on his head. So you do see a little bit of the seam up top, but that's all right. You can just kind of push it down. That mask was really hard to get on him, like super hard. Like you saw, I had to pause it and come back to it for you guys. He does have a couple spaces back here for the axes, it looks like. Yeah, so the axes fit well here. That's nice. Some of these guys, they come with this stuff, but then they don't give them anything to put it in. Remember, like Alpine doesn't have a backpack, which doesn't make any sense. Reviewed one just last week or so. Came with an extra gun, but there was no second holster, so it was really just, I guess, for customization. So, all right, so here you go. He's got his axes on the back. Here's his revolver. He's got this. So we're gonna zoom in over here for this, but he's got this great detailing on the holster. This is the first one I've seen like this. Usually the holsters are just these leather looking holsters. And again, this does look leather, but it's got this really nice skull pattern and what looks like chains around it. And he's got his little pitchfork up there. This is a really nice little detail. I really enjoy this. So many of the holsters are just, it's a leather holster, we get it. But this one is really nice, specific to the figure, to the character, because it does have his signature harpoon up on the top. Nice little red buckle there, which is cool. So once we get him all decked out, we'll talk about him. Here's his harpoon gun. It looks like it's a shotgun. Oh, cool, the harpoon is removable. So, yeah, you can take that off. And then he's just left with what appears to be like a shotgun kind of barrel to it. Not really sure. It does have a scope, so I'm not really get what kind of gun this is, but it is nice that the harpoon is removable. So you can customize that too. So that's a nice little detail that they added on. So good job there, Hasbro. So just when I was kind of getting annoyed, you guys stepped it up a little bit. All right, so he's got that. We're not going to bother with the hands. Comes with a couple extra hands. You guys know what to do with those. So I'm not going to bother taking them out, switching them. I think the ones that he comes with are nice. They do swivel at the wrist, which is really cool. They rotate, so there is just tons of posability with this guy. So let's talk about the actual figure himself. This dude is top notch. This has got to be instantly top 1 or 2 for this year, for 2025. I mean, the amount of details is staggering. Look at the little You get the zipper on here, and it's painted a different color. You've got these little buttons up here, all the stitch work on the leather jacket. If you look under here, under his armpits, he's got the straps, he's got the little buckles there for each strap, a couple pockets. The grenade belt with each individual grenade a different color. Another red buckle here. You go in the back, there's this tiny little stitching all around the belt, the bandolier that goes across. He does have a peg on the back, so for a backpack, it does not come with a backpack, but if you find one, you could put it on there. Great maneuverability on these arms. There's just all sorts of posability. Awesome little skull. This one has the brain exposed. He's got the monkey wrench there too, which is nice. Call back to the figure name. So just tremendous detail. You can see like the veins on his arms. That's a good. This dude is just a beat. All the Dreadnoks, I like that the Dreadnoks are all just like ripped. They're just like giant, massive dudes. But and I do like that Buzzer is actually kind of the skinnier one of them all. Like they kind of gave all these guys. This is the big boa body. It looks like for all of these guys, and he's just jacked. But Ripper over here is like the skinny one. I don't know if you can see him. I think he might be out of frame today. But he's like the skinny one of them all, and that actually kind of suits Ripper. So let's get more into this guy. More monkey wrenches on the belt buckle with his skull. He's got the chains coming down. Typical biker. He's got the chains. Just really nice. Great little detail on the pockets here. It's this little like almost like M design on the pockets. You can see on the belt the nice leather detailing. It's not just black. You can see that there's texture to it. There's this nice leather texture. Again, the pants bunching up in the back just like they actually would. Really great attention to detail. More stitch work here on the holster. Now, this holster does ride a little bit lower down on his leg. Can't really get it any higher, so I guess that's about it. Does have these nice little bandanas wrapped around his legs. New boots. So these are carved specifically for him. These are almost old school Doc Martens, like a little bit higher though. Old school Doc Marten kind of shoes to him. Great details on them. Lace all the way up the top. See, he's got the rips in his jeans. And these aren't just painted on. Like there's actual sculpting to the rip, and then the jean flaps down where it would be if these were real. So you've got like a little bit of fraying. There's actual texture. There's volume to it. There's depth, which is just fantastic. Instead of giving him the standard knee pads, which they've given almost every single character, he just has the jeans. And so this one, he's got the knee worn down, and he's got the little bit of fabric coming off. Just fantastic. There is some detailing to the jeans, so they're not just, you can see the texturing of the jeans a little bit. I can't tell if it's got a little bit of faded color to it, like almost like a stonewashed jean, or if it could just be the lighting on here. I'm pretty sure that it does have a little bit of like coloring differences. Now there is one thing I'm noticing right now. The knee is a different color, plastic, than the rest of the leg, which is interesting. It looks like they painted it, which is odd. Like, I don't know why they would do. Yeah, they did. So they painted that. Instead of making it out of the exact same plastic that his legs are, this is painted. So over time, this is going to wear out, and your knees and your joints are going to be a different color. Like, I can already see there's some exposed, like paint is already like not completely on there. So that's really odd that they would do that. I get it with this one because you have to paint, but no, it doesn't even make sense with this one because this is painted on too. So it's not like it was flesh colored and white, they painted that part on. So I really don't understand why they made the knee pieces a different plastic color than that. That's not gonna hold up over time. It's already starting to show on the edges. You could see the different color coming through. Like right there is really good. You could see the green kind of coming through, or like a grayish. That's really bizarre that they would do that. Otherwise, this guy is just top notch. Like I said, the necklace is removable. It's got this cool little thing here. The bandana's nice. It's got dirt on it. So it's not just a one color bandana. It looks just filthy. It looks dirty like it would be on this guy. So it's really cool. I like his hairstyle is really nice. Everything about this guy is awesome. He's got another tattoo here on the arm. This one's a knife. He's got these little, I don't know what you would call them, like I guess little rivets around his gauntlets here. Would you call these gauntlets or gloves? I think they're gauntlets, right? They go up halfway, so I'd say they're gauntlets. even his gloves, you can tell they're like padded knuckles on here, which is just amazing detail. Look at the gun. His gun alone has great detail. So it's multi-colors. They have this part here. Looks so this would be, I guess, for the harpoon part, it looks almost like a airsoft, like air pack or cartridge or something. Or it looks like you would put gasoline in it. It's got like a little cap that you would unscrew. So I'm not sure how that would work, but it looks almost like it would be like gasoline operated to shoot the harpoon out, maybe? Not really sure. Either way, this is really neat. This is a very unique weapon that you don't see with any of the other Joes. So everything about it, he's got the nice little wrap on the handle there. So this dude is just amazing. And then we'll take off his hat here. Once again, having a real hard time getting this bandana off of here. All right, so I got the bandana off. Once again, that was very difficult. This is really tight fitting on the face. It's really hard to get on and off of them. You do have to remove the head to get it off. But let's talk about this face sculpt too. So this is another just top notch. This is top 10 all time of G.I. Joe classifieds as far as sculpting goes. You have to remove the hat here. We're just gonna take the hat, his hair off with the glasses. Let you see a little bit. He's got this little ring up here on his eyebrow. He's got a little scars across his face. His eyebrows are a little, sideways. They're cocky. He's got the snarl. You can see he's baring all of his teeth, which is great. They even added some paint app to his lower lip, so it's not just all the same color. Got earrings in both ears here. Even the ears are really good sculpt. You get some sculpting on the sideburns too. A nice beard. The mustache, there's detailing in everything. So if you look at this, it just looks like he does have it. Even on his back, on the backpack, he's got this nice little like black part of it. It would have been really easy for them to just leave this red. They didn't have to paint that black. It's just this nice little extra detail, which really enhances the figure. Just overall, astounding. This guy they knocked it out of the park. I cannot talk, I cannot gush enough about this dude. He is amazing. He is absolutely incredible. If you have limited money and you don't want to get every G.I. Joe figure out there and you have to choose just a handful to get, this one is going to be top 5 hands down. If you are only going to get one Dreadnok, I would say get him. He is absolutely amazing. There is, other than the issue with the knees, I would say this is almost a perfect figure. This guy's just absolutely amazing. Like I said, the glasses stay on. And what's great too is you probably can't tell in the video right now but they are, you can see through them. So they aren't complete, this isn't paint on there. This is almost like it's clear plastic. The black is actually paint of them. So the glasses were not molded in black and then painted silver on the front. That's actually clear. You can see through it. So when you look a little bit closer, you can see his eyes through there. It does kind of like magnify him a little bit, which is nice. So this is another just amazing attention to detail. You can even see he's got forehead wrinkles. They left no stone unturned when it came to the design of him. Let's even talk about this revolver. The revolver itself is amazing. Got a little detail even on the handle that you're not going to see. You got the trigger, this little jaggedness here to the underside of it. You got the hammer. This is amazing. The revolver alone is one of the best in the G.I. Joe classified edition. This thing is amazing. So this might be my first. He's not going to be a perfect 10 because, like I said, the knees. This is going to be an issue. The knees are going to peel off. I mean, this is right out of the box, and some of the paint is already starting to peel back there. But that's the only thing keeping this guy from being a perfect 10. But here you go. This is him, G.I. Joe Classified, number 167, Monkey Wrench.